Joan Rivers said that Michelle Obama was a man before she died. When
was that a joke? I thought it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke too, but the way she said it wasn't like jokey. She was like, oh, come on, everybody knows Michelle Obama's a man. Like, remember that?
Yeah, like, would Big Mike kill you for that?
Well, I think she died because she had 1,000 plastic surgeries. But
Michelle, she should change her name to Misery Obama. That's really what I think of when I... Misery Obama never has a positive word to say. Never. Not about children, not about family, not about...
Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly launched a sharp attack on Michelle Obama, tearing apart her polished image with straight talk and biting humor. They exposed her scripted likability and endless feel-good slogans, showing a figure crafted more by marketing than by real substance. No topic was spared, as they challenged the myth of her flawless reputation. The result was bold, direct, and totally unfiltered. They left no illusion standing and no spotlight untouched.
Victims of this awful world, you think of Michelle Obama and how terrible we've all been to her. This woman is a one-woman destitution derby. Every time we check in on her at her podcast, she is feeling sorry for her.
Joe began his takedown of Michelle Obama with the same fire he brings to debates on hunting or psychedelic. He was loud, animated, and surprised that more people hadn't pointed out what seemed obvious to him. The media had painted Michelle as a saintly wellness icon, pushing books and speeches, but Joe wasn't sold to him. She felt more like a perfectly packaged self-help brand with a Netflix deal and the depth of a fridge magnet.
Salvador, who have already been deported, and not American citizens. Some the media has claimed are American citizens, but they're not. No American citizens. Anyway, it's just been so ridiculous, and the fact that she would try to parlay this into like, I'm so scared, but also super important, but also my daughters are brown, so they're also potential victims because everyone hates brown people, unless they could identify them as an.
He started by examining her carefully built public image, always smiling, always calm, as if she knew a private joke everyone else missed. Found it odd, how could someone float through major appearances without real risks and still be called brave too? Him it all felt staged, like watching someone play chess alone, while everyone clapped as if it was a real match.
Video where he was saying that Michelle Obama should run for president. If she won, she could pull her out and China would just give up. I was wheezing. I couldn't breathe. Big Mike.
Then he moved on to her speeches, Joe joked. Listening to Michelle was like using a hotel iron, smooth, predictable, and only helpful when plugged in. Ducked. Teased how every word seemed checked by teams of consultants, terrified of controversy, her public persona wasn't bold, Joe argued. It was so careful, it could be used as bubble wrap.
I'm so glad I didn't have a boy.
Yeah.
Because he would have been a Barack Obama.
It's like baby Barack. It would have been amazing.
Ooh, no, I would have felt for him.
She just borrowed our boys.
Yes, I got plenty.
Wow.
Did you catch that? She's glad she didn't have a boy because he would have been a Barack Obama. And that's a hard pass.
Next, Joe, when after her health campaign he mocked how she turned school lunches into a nationwide taste test. No one enjoyed veggies. And grains were meant to inspire but felt more like punishment. He imagined kids staring at plain trays with the same dread adults feel during tax season, while Michelle smiled for cameras. Kids were likely trading candy like contraband behind the scenes.
That's it. This is the one.
Or the first woman
We already
president.
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty funny how she said it.
Okay, we all know.
Joe pointed out the irony of Michelle claiming to understand struggle while living in luxury and flying private. He didn't hate her success, he just hated when privilege posed as hardship to him. Michelle didn't climb from nothing, she had support. And played it safe. Her idea of adversity was like a soap opera about slow. Why Feethan he took on her books, Joe mocked them as full of vague slogans, treated as deep wisdom reading. Her work felt like listening to someone who just found self-care and won't stop posting. The advice boiled down to drink water, feel good, and believe in yourself. Nice for candles, not culture. He ended by slamming the media's focus on her style and workouts. That wasn't respect, it was worship.
that's, what's happening to immigrants.
I mean, I travel in a 4-car motorcade. After all, I'm Michelle Obama. She actually says this. And then she says, but, I worry for my girls because, not that much because they are sort of recognizable, but I'm worried about them.
So it's not the fear for myself anymore. I drive around in a 4-car motorcade with a police escort. I'm Michelle Obama. I do still worry about my daughters in the world, even though they are somewhat.
They weren't evaluating a leader. They were creating a monument that was the problem. Michelle wasn't just admired, she was protected and. When someone is shielded that much, it often means the substance is weak. Then Megyn Kelly stepped in. She entered. Like a lawyer with an airtight case, she wasn't there to joke. She came with facts, sharp observations, and a cutting smile. To her, Michelle was the ultimate product. Her image refined, sold, and packaged like high-end skincare. Nothing felt real. It was all strategy. When you looked deeper, it cracked Megyn started, with Michelle's constant push to seem relatable. To her, that word had become a joke, relatable while living in mansions, vacationing privately and getting professional styling.
The country's almost back to normal before World War III. COVID was just so strange. We lost a lot of people during COVID, and most of them are still alive. Yeah. Before COVID, I would have told you that vaccines are the most important invention in human history. After COVID, I'm like, I don't think we went to the moon. I think Michelle Obama's got a dick. I think Pizzagate is real. I think there's direct energy weapons in Antarctica.
Every time Michelle told people to just be themselves, Megyn pictured the whole team arranging lighting and outfits behind the scenes. If relatability were a contest, Michelle wouldn't even place. Then Megyn attacked the claim that Michelle never wanted fame. She called it one of politics' biggest lies. Michelle supposedly stepped in reluctantly, but then launched books, podcasts, and tours. Megyn compared it to someone who says they hate attention but parachutes into a press event with a sign that says, "Look at me." This wasn't humility, it was marketing. Michelle played both sides. Day calling for unity and kindness, the next hinting half the country was beyond saving her. Delivery calm but often sharp like a teacher scolding. A class. Megyn didn't see this as leadership but as careful image control. Michelle didn't take strong stances, she followed the applause.
She died. 2014. Okay, so it was 2014. So it was 2014 that she did that, where she, in 2014, so it had to be before 2014 because she was dead at 2014. So 2014 or before, she said Michelle Obama is a man. So this is like 10 years.
Have you ever heard that before her?
I never heard it, no. I didn't even hear her say that until years.
Then Megyn looked at Michelle's legacy as First Lady S. There were health campaigns and slogans, but what stayed? Nutrition plans reversed. Fitness ideas forgotten. Her speeches sounded like blog posts filled with cliches. Stay strong, Yuri Anoflov. Wins. Megyn didn't hate the words but questioned why they were praised as profound. If Michelle was a great thinker, Megyn said, the bar had dropped to the floor. She also criticized how Michelle used identity when convenient but stayed vague when things got tough. Michelle switched from fighter to victim sometimes in the same moment, to Megyn that felt fake and exhausting.
Misery Obama does not want to run for office. Misery just wants to sit and talk about how miserable she is. And honestly, when you see the full parody tomorrow, you'll laugh. Like I started bursting out laughing a couple times because it seems impossible. Like it seems like I'm being too mean. But then we've interspliced the actual Michelle Obama saying these exact things. Like that we didn't have to make it up.
To Megyn, real leadership didn't need drama. Just honesty. Honesty was the one thing. Michelle avoided choosing perfect image control. Instead, she ended by analyzing the media each and every appearance and photo was treated like royal news, but under it, Megyn saw pure marketing. Michelle didn't lead, she posed, she floated. She edited, people mistook that for power. This wasn't personal, it was analysis. Michelle stopped being a person and became a polished brand, a shiny package hiding the lack of depth, and Megyn made sure to expose it.
For president?
Yeah, I've heard you say I think Michelle should run.
She could win. She could win, I think. I think if she ran, she could win.
Did you ever run for office?
No.
I have to ask it.
No.
No kind of office.
No.
I don't think she wants that, though.
No,
I don't
I
think she
guess.
wants that in her life.
Just-
The bull that they dealt with over the 8 years when he was president?
Because I've got these 2 young people at home. Being the kids, the daughters of a president, just think about it. Not so easy.
That job for anybody that like really good at it.
Yeah, I trust the person who doesn't want the job more than the person who wants the job.
It's not something that I'm interested in or would ever do, ever.
Joe came back in like he remembered the punchline. What annoyed him wasn't the polish bet, how easily people bought it. Applause, the blind praise, the refusal to question. He compared it to buying fancy bottled tap water just because of a celebrity. Label helloed at calling Michelle a political thinker when she avoided hard talk. She showed up for documentaries, podcasts, and soft focus interviews. But never tough debates. Joe said it was like taking a yoga mat into a boxing ring expecting to win a win. Her unity speeches felt like wallpaper pretty, but empty. She could talk for 5 minutes, say nothing, and still get standing ovations. Then he brought up her social media. He joked she had become America's Instagram aunt, giving affirmations instead of real talk, the staged photos, the perfect lighting, the fake authenticity.
And the fact that she would try to parlay this into like, I'm so scared, but also super important, but also my daughters are brown, so they're also potential victims because everyone hates brown people, unless they could identify them as an Obama, in which case we'd be fine because everyone loves us. But as you can watch the wheels calculate in a way that just confirms everything you believed about this.
Joe said if anything was faker than reality TV, it was Michelle's online image. Megyn came back sharp, tearing apart the myth that Michelle was an outsider. She shredded that idea like paper in the rain. Michelle had been inside political power for years, married to a president, dining with leaders, running big media, yet she still acted like she was bravely challenging power while being at the center of it. The contradiction wasn't just silly, it was frustrating. Michelle perfected acting like an outsider while enjoying insider perks, and most people fell for it. Megyn ended with a harsh truth. Michelle didn't want to change the system, she wanted praise inside it. She didn't disrupt, she decorated. While photos sold and crowds cheered, the public got nothing real. No strong ideas, no firm stands, just a flawless brand that was the heart of the roast for both Joe and Megyn. It wasn't about Michelle the person, but Michelle the myth, a perfect image hiding backstage while real substance slipped away and they were just warming up.